There's a stand of approximately 24 eucalyptus trees on the property. That's inconsistent with my plan to create an indigenous forest, and I've wanted to get rid of them. Eventually, I did find a logging contractor, Steve Jones Logging, who could do the job for me and remove the trees. I was hoping the eucalypts, being hardwood, would be reusable as planks for stockyards or sleepers or for garden edging, but the trees split as soon as they were felled, and it looks like they'll only be good for firewood. I thought the crawler with a grappling hook would be useful to remove felled trees around the property, but it proved more versatile and useful than just that. It was effortless in stripping trees of their branches and limbs to prepare them for felling. The largest tree is on the east side of the fence line, and it's over 1.7 meters in diameter. I'm not really sure if it's one tree or if it's several trees that are fused together, but it's big and it's gnarly. And it took more than an hour to prepare it for felling, but finally it came down. Eucalyptus trees on the west side of the fence line were more difficult to fell because they were mixed in with indigenous trees. I needed to retain as many of the indigenous trees as I could. This was compounded by having the majority of the branches, and therefore the weight of the trees, on the north side of the trunk, as each tree sought to maximize its sunshine. Felling the trees down the gully into the existing indigenous forest would have been the easiest solution, but Steve Jones used a cable attached to the tree and pulled by the crawler to guide the trees into the open paddock area. It was a successful execution, and only 3 or 4 indigenous trees were damaged during the whole operation. Some of the trunk sections had diameters larger than 1 meter, and it would have made it difficult to lift and manipulate the trunks at the delivery end. The crew cut these large logs longitudinally so they could be split by the crawler and more easily handled at the drop-off location. Overall, it was a successful operation. It's great to get the exotic trees off the property and make it available solely for indigenous varieties. My thanks go to Steve Jones and his crew. They were a crew of safety first professionals with no workplace injuries and everybody getting home safely at the end of each day. At the end of the job, I had one minor personal distraction to attend to, and I'll have more details about that in a forthcoming video. If you enjoy the content and want to follow this unique project, please like and subscribe. I'll be making more videos over the coming months and years to record the progress of this unique project. Thanks for watching.